Law 37. Create compelling spectacles. Striking imagery and grand symbolic gestures create an aura of power that bypasses rational thought and commands emotional obedience. By dazzling people with a visual show, you keep them distracted from your true intentions and actions. So, what does this mean? Let's talk about the power of the visual. Human beings are overwhelmingly visual creatures. What people see hits them right in the emotions, while words often invite doubt, debate, and defense. Let's also talk about the smoke screen. A grand display, a colorful ceremony, or a striking symbol acts as a distraction. While your audience stares at the surface beauty or drama, your real agenda moves forward unnoticed. And what about simplifying the complex? Radiant symbols package complicated ideas or political claims into quick, memorable mental shortcuts. If you look larger than life, people will naturally submit to your authority. So, how about a couple of historical examples? Let's talk about Diane du Poitiers. As a lifelong mistress of King Henry II of France, she kept him utterly captivated well into her 60s by surrounding their relationship with powerful visual motifs. She used intertwined initials on architecture and public monuments and associated herself with Diana, the goddess of the hunt. This continuous visual mythology turned her into an adorned, untouchable figure. What about Dr. Weissleiter? He was known as the moon healer. In the 1780s, in Berlin, a clever operator named Dr. Weissleiter spread word that he could cure illnesses using the light of the moon. By setting up elaborate, glowing, and theatrical night treatments, the sheer visual spectacle convinced ailing patients that they were miraculously healed, regardless of medical reality. And what about Fra Filippo Lippi? When the Renaissance painter was captured and made a slave by North African pirates, he didn't argue or beg for freedom. Instead, using a piece of charcoal on a white courtyard wall, he sketched a massive, striking portrait of his master. The master was so awestruck by the visual power of the drawing that he immediately set Lippi free. I should warn you that there's a reversal to this law. It can be argued that there is no real reversal to this law, but ignoring visual presentations and symbols means you choose to be visually boring in a world that runs entirely on appearances, making you fundamentally weak and effective. The only minor caution is that a spectacle without substance or backing can eventually collapse into farce once the illusion wears off. But the visual medium itself remains supreme. That is a basic understanding of Law 37. If you have not done so, I would highly recommend that you go back and first watch a video titled Introduction to the Laws of Power, and then watch Laws 1 through 36. And I would watch them in order because each newer video builds on the last one. These videos are designed to help you understand a little bit better how the world works and to teach you how not to be manipulated. If you have questions, feel free to leave a comment or join us in a live stream. I'm willing to discuss almost anything as long as we can keep it decent and respectful. Thank you, everybody, and I hope to see you soon.